Leave the theme park behind and get you guys in the real working movie studio, where we do more than movies, we do commercials, TV shows, music videos. I'll be totally honest, it's sort of late afternoon on a Saturday. There's nothing going on, which is good for us. That means we get to drive through all of that movie studio down there. That does bring me to cameras and video equipment. If you have them, use them. That's what this tour is about. Take pictures, make movies, create memories. You don't want to be that guy that goes like, wow, that was cool. Sure wish I'd used this camera I've been hanging on to in this case. Anyway, be aware there's a lot of water effects on the tour. Now, I'm not going to warn you because it's so much funnier for me if I don't. So protect your camera equipment accordingly. Once again, David is my name. I'm your guide. Your driver today is Ponch. Let's get a round of applause. Ponch, the driver. Hands together for man driving our tram. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. He drives, I talk. We're a symbiotic team. If you know what it means, look it up. We have a guest host who's going to show up from time to time. She's won Academy Awards. She's won Emmy Awards. She's won Tony Awards. She is Whoopi Goldberg.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. How do I look? Okay, fine. You're saying too Hollywood? Maybe. But if other studios can have a line or a mouth or something, what is wrong with an Oscar-winning Whoopi? Besides, I know all about this place. I shot my first movie here with Steven Spielberg on the Universal backlot, the biggest and busiest fantasy factory in the world. So let's go. Universal got its start in 1912 when visionary Carl Laemmle brought his movie company west and opened Universal Pictures. On March 15, 1915, Mr. Laemmle invited the public, that's you guys, to visit his studio, and the Universal Studio Tour was born. You see, Mr. Laemmle believed that movies should make people laugh, or cry, or sit on the edge of their seat. And for the last century, Universal has been doing just that. I'll be back to check up on you guys a little later. I gotta go get a tanning bed because I'm so pale. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn things back over to your guys. I want you to have a great time, everybody. Lenny, let's go.
Yeah, we'll run into them in a little bit. Right now, however, you may have noticed all these movie posters. It's a sampling of the more than 8,000 movies we've done over the many years. Most of these shot here on the studio lot. Now, the studio's two sections we're going to see today, the front lot and the back lot. Front lot's in front of us. It's where the sound stages are. And the sound stage is really just a big building that looks like a warehouse. We build movie sets inside of it so we can totally control the environment we're working with. The biggest stage we have right in front of us, stage number 12. Used recently for the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, National Treasure films, Tropic Thunder filmed in there, and most recently Land of the Lost, Will Ferrell's upcoming movie based on the old 70s TV show. So pass by it, I'll show you some other famous movies that's shot inside. Say hello to my little friend!
I am Dracula.
Alrighty. Busiest sound stages we have are coming up on the left. 25, 24, 23, and 22. This is where we filmed the TV series CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. And we're about to have a head-on collision with a truck. Hey, does anybody else think it's funny that right across from the CSI sets we parked the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo? There's a joke here somewhere, just haven't come up with it yet. Take a look on your left, you'll see the doors are open today. You can actually see these sets that I'm showing you on screen from the other side. That's what the back of all these sets look like, just plywood. Because these are interior sets, we just do the indoor stuff here. The outside, we actually go to Las Vegas and film the outside of the building. Over on your right is the oldest soundstage we have, number 28, built in the 1920s for the original Phantom of the Opera. This is what it looked like when it was built. This is why we built it, the Paris Opera House sets. Bride of Frankenstein, Psycho, The Lost World, and by the way, this is where Jim Carrey lived when he played the Grinch. Now, movies are the bread and butter of this studio, but we do much more than that, mainly television. We are NBC Universal, one of the largest multimedia corporations in the world. Now, this studio consists of Universal, NBC, CNBC, MSNBC, USA Sci-Fi, Bravo, Telemundo, Universal HD, and the Weather Channel. And yeah, I can say that all in one breath. We produce more TV shows than any other production company in history. Let me show you just how many right now.
Now it's time to move from the big screen to the small screen.
Aside from making memorable movies, NBC Universal has a long history of producing hit TV shows, many of which filmed right here on the Universal lot. Television history takes us all the way back to the opening day ceremonies of the 1939 New York World's Fair. Since then, look at the myriad of shows we've made. TV right there. Now, some shows film on location, like Law & Order, that shoots in New York City. Other shows, like Light with Damian Lewis, that films on your right, stage 44. You see the parking spaces? They're all, nobody has their personal spot yet. Just cast. Everyone rushes to get that first spot in the morning right there. Check out the show if you haven't seen it yet. It's probably going to get canceled soon. Over on your left are the bungalows. These are production offices. You see, in the old 1940s and 50s movie-making days, we would contract actors, directors, and writers to work with us for years at a time. Because they were going to be here for like 5 or 6 features, we built these bungalows so they could have a home away from home while they worked at the studio lot, because we didn't want to kick them out the gate and want a good relationship with them. As that kind of system has gone by the wayside in the last couple decades, they've turned into production development offices. Companies that get deals to make movies with our studio rent out these bungalows as their offices. We get like 1,000 scripts a year. Take those 1,000, break it down to maybe 50 we'll offer development deals to. Then 20 of those will get the offices, and maybe 10 or 12 will actually get made into movies. Now, if you take a look to your left, you'll see one of the production companies we're working with is Hasbro, and they have Mr. Potato Head hanging out of their office there. We're actually making movies based on Hasbro board games. I'm not kidding. Like a Monopoly movie is in the works. I have no idea what it's going to be like. Next door, though, is Alfred Hitchcock's former bungalow. You can see the silhouette painted by the door. In addition to being a suspense filmmaker, Hitchcock used to put himself in his own movies in a brief cameo.
Good evening. My name is Alfred Hitchcock. We all go a little mad sometimes.